the secret is out. Welcome to the FAU Esports Arena and Gaming Center. My name is Kendall Blakeney, a senior here at FAU, and I'm going to be your guide to one of the hottest spots in the newly renovated Student Union. We feature some of the highest grade technology and PC gaming equipment. There are 40 brand new MSI gaming PCs so you can practice and game casually or competitively. We currently offer over 40 popular PC games from League of Legends to Minecraft. You can also enjoy free gameplay with ping pong, billiards, and bring your own console stations. Our super friendly staff are always ready to help, and our hours of operation are 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. This semester, we're hosting tons of lively and exciting events with amazing prizes for those of you who think you have what it takes to win. With the Esports Arena now open and already having served over 350 owls, what are you waiting for? It's time to get your game on. Be sure to follow us on Twitch, Discord, and Instagram so you can keep up to date on the latest happening in the Esports Arena. For more information, visit our booking website, fauevents.com. We hope to see you soon. Go Owls and game on!
Thank you guys. So welcome. This is our first what we call Esports 101, which is short for Electronic Sports 101. My name is Michael Cooper. I am the director of the Student Union. We look forward to being able to show you guys around after this wonderful presentation is done by our students. This is definitely Esports 101 from a student's perspective. So one of the things that you'll hear a common theme when they come up on stage, they're going to introduce themselves and they're going to say what their experience was from an esports perspective. So I'm going to start it off. I started doing somewhat what we call esports when I was 12 years old, some 5 to 10 years ago. Seriously? It's premature grade. That's all it is, I promise you. But I mean, some of you guys in the room probably know some of the games that I actually was acclimated into this world with. Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Asteroids, the Atari gaming equipment. It's come a long way since then, and today we will show you where this is really gone. I am a co-host tonight, or today I should say. I have one of my esports coordinators. She came on board to help me put this together along with the students that you'll see today. We look forward to entertaining you, educating you so that you can go back to your students and talk the talk, walk the walk, teach them a few more things than you already are. So with that, we want you guys to sit back, relax, enjoy, learn. We have a question and answer session that the students will actually have at the end of their presentation. And all I can say is you're in for a great show. So welcome, and thanks Principal Bees, Lauren, for all your, getting this together. And I'm going to introduce Louisa. So Louisa's going to come up on stage. She's going to give you a brief introduction to her team. And again, this is esports from a student's perspective. Enjoy.
Hello, good morning, AD Henderson faculty. My name is Luis Lesvanos, and I serve as the operations coordinator for the Student Union Esports Arena and Gaming Center. Welcome to the Esports 101 student-led seminar hosted by our FAU Student Union Esports student staff. So today we're going to be having the students give you a presentation. They're going to be giving you a very detailed information on esports culture, gaming logistics, and future collaborative opportunities with esports. So my start in gaming was probably around 5 or so. DS, if all of you are Nintendo fans out there, Sims, and a little bit of PC gaming for Diablo. Those are my favorites. But without further ado, the students have worked very hard on this presentation. There our pride and joy of the esports. So I'd love to introduce to you Michael, Marlon, and Marshall.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Esports 101. My name is Michael Mesquita, and I'm one of the Esports Arena supervisors here at the FAU Esports Arena. My job is mostly to manage daily operations, but I'm also leading our student staff team. I'm currently a junior at FAU studying computer science, and my video game career started when I was 8 years old, and I received my first console in the form of the Nintendo DS. From there, my console collection grew to include an Xbox 360, a PSP, a Wii, and more. Today, I'm mostly a person who prefers single-player experiences. I play on the PC, but when called to do so, I'm pretty good at multiplayer esports titles as well.
Good morning. My name is Marlon Jean. I'm currently a junior here studying political science. My start in video games started with the DS when I was going to elementary school trips where my friends and I used to try to play Mario Kart on the bus. So I then transitioned to playing Xbox 360 where I had my friends on the block try to play Call of Duty and have fun and socialize in that way. I then transitioned to PS4. It was such a transition from Microsoft to Sony. But PS4 kind of brought me into the world of competitive gaming, and that was an experience on its own. So what I got out of esports was finding a community with my friends, and we kind of went from playing basketball to then going home and still socializing through playing the video game. So it was just a way to stay connected. Even now, as a college student, I'm from New York, where I could still play with my friends back home, even though I'm not with them on a regular basis.
Good morning. My name is Marshall Ryan, and I'm the event coordinator here at the Esports Arena. My job involves the creation and execution of all esports and gaming-related events going on inside the Esports Arena and the Student Union. I'm currently a senior here at FAU and pursuing a criminal justice bachelor's degree and a minor in psychology. I got my start in gaming back when I was younger than I could even remember, and my older brother would hand me an unplugged PS1 controller and try to convince me I was playing it along with him. I know that because my mom still has the pictures. Today we'll be going over Esports 101, which involves talking about what is esports, how we at the Esports Arena got our start, what we've accomplished so far, and what we plan to do in the future. I'm going to pass it back over to my colleague Marlon. He's going to start off with what is esports.
Thank you, Marshall. So during our periodical State of the Union, Michael Cooper, our director, presented with the opportunity to be a part of a revolutionary project, the Esports Arena. So having a background in video games, my colleagues and I were thrilled to take an initiative to be a part of something innovative. So to begin, we would like to introduce the concept of esports. So we'll be going over what is esports, who watches esports, and what is a gamer. Esports is just the sport of playing video games. It's just plain and simple, right? It takes the form of organized multiplayer video game tournaments where you're playing between professional players, but you could still play either individually or as a team. The most common video game associated with esports are battle royales such as Fortnite or Warzone, fighting games such as Super Smash Bros. Or Street Fighter, multiplayer online battle arenas such as League of Legends or Dota 2, sports games such as NBA 2K or Rocket League, or first-person shooters such as Call of Duty or Valorant. Depending on the video game you play, the language kind of varies in concepts and terms, but these terms are kind of standard within all esports games. So the first term is a gamer tag, right? So the gamer tag is your alias within online video games. It's how you identify each player. So think of Clark Kent and Superman. A noob is an amateur player to the game. That's somebody just coming into the game, but if somebody calls you a noob in the video game, try not to get offended. It's just a way, don't take it as an insult, it's just meant as friendly banter. An Easter egg, they're usually irrelevant features or hidden treasures within the game. It's kind of something that you try to find and unlock if you're very knowledgeable within the game. So these are some examples of an Easter egg. Here are some of Pixar's Easter eggs that are references in movies that were still in production. So, last one is a carry. A carry is a player that's usually protected by the rest of the team in order to score the most points. So my perfect example of this is LeBron and the Lakers. So here's a video of how grand the esports community is.
At any major sports event, fans lined up for hours outside, merchandise stands doing a roaring trade, broadcast cameras ready for action, and fever-pitch excitement during the game. Except this
Brilliant play coming out.
is a little bit different. This is esports, the sport for the digital generation. At the Intel Extreme Masters in Poland, some of the world's best teams are going head-to-head in games like League of Legends and Counter-Strike, and it's already worth an absolute fortune.
The most simple way to put esports is there's 200 million fans worldwide who watch it. This is bigger than the NHL.
Last year's League of Legends World Championship final attracted 36 million viewers, an audience that sports like the NBA can only dream of. These are dynamic games in which lightning-quick reflexes and communication are critical for success, and the players are fated like rock stars.
Because when you play, you're just so focused on playing the games, you block everything out. But when you win and see everyone, like the whole arena full, it's unreal.
Players like Faker in League of Legends are international icons. Call of Duty players like Nadeshot have over 1 million Twitter followers. So there's a stardom and celebrity element to it.
Once maligned as a pastime for lethargic kids in the basement, esports is now highly lucrative. The Pakistan-born Saeed Somail Hassan has amassed career prize money of almost $2 million. He's just 17 years old.
As you can see in this aptly named bar called Joystick, there's still a niche market for retro video games, but things have changed so much since Kong.
So, wouldn't it be fascinating to see similar tournaments at this auditorium one day? As you saw, a lot of people watch esports, right? So 435 million people watch esports in 2020, including 165 million esports enthusiasts located in North America, China, and South Korea. Compare this to the Super Bowl with their maximum amount of viewership at 114 million. The League of Legends World Championship drew more than 80 million viewers, making it one of the most popular esports championships. I was watching esports without even knowing it. At the age of 12, I was watching tournaments from Call of Duty, and I was watching it on YouTube and Twitch. I challenge everyone here to take a moment to see what elementary school and middle school students are watching on their iPhones and iPads. My generation was doing it, and the next generation has just begun to see the opportunities that await them. What is a gamer? Contrary to popular belief, teenage boys and couch potatoes aren't the only one who play video games. A gamer is someone who plays video games, plain and simple. There's no initiation, there's no requirement to be considered a gamer. You can see this with the upcoming generation as curriculums are being more gamified in order to engage with kids. There are ADA accommodations with controllers, and game releases in multiple languages are available so that people in different countries could play the same video game titles as everyone else. From mothers who play Candy Crush to grandpas who play solitaire online, gaming is a universal hobby that everyone can participate in. So, we'll now be going over the tools that esports players use on a constant basis. There are two main tools that esports players use, a keyboard or a controller. A controller uses joysticks and buttons that you can push around and aim in any direction across 360 degrees. This allows players to be more casual or competitive depending on their mood. Whereas with PC controls, they use keyboard and mouse to control their mechanics. Aiming is more dependent on the mouse within a 2D plane without any restrictions. So in order to move around in the control, you will use the keys WASD. This is more common with first-person shooters or open-world games. One fun fact about the gaming community is that there's classifications within gaming. There's classes based on affordability or price of maintenance, right? So with mobile gaming, mobile gaming would be considered more cheap, whereas console gaming is more affordable to the consumer and PC gaming being more expensive. But regardless of these classifications, you can see that there's a growing demand for gaming within the world. Naturally, this fall upon FAU, so there was a growing demand of gaming within the FAU campus. So we decided to open the esports arena. Now, thank you for listening, and now here's my partner, Michael, as we'll be going over how the esports arena came to be and where it stands today. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael, and now we will go over the esports arena. As you saw, FAU identified a demand for a space for gamers on our campus. From that demand, we had the dream of this esports arena, and through our blood, sweat, and tears, we were able to turn that dream into a reality. In this section, we're going to cover why the esports arena came about, what we had to do to get the esports arena on campus, and what the esports arena is doing now. As we just discussed, FAU and the FAU Student Union saw that there was a growing demand for a space for gamers on our campus. Before the esports arena, our gaming community on our campus used to congregate in this building on the second floor corridor. The solution was not ideal. One, it was cramped, blatantly. Two, unsafe. And three, it was just plain inconvenient. So, FAU decided it was necessary to give gamers a space that they could call their own. But FAU also saw an opportunity to make ourselves distinct from our sister universities. As of right now, in South Florida, FAU is the only university to offer any sort of esports arena or gaming center on their campus. The vision for our esports arena was that it would be a space that was built by gamers for gamers. What that means is it would be built with the needs of the community in mind and with feedback from the community during the entire process. This esports arena would be built to serve our diverse community of gamers. It doesn't matter if you are a PC player, a console player, or a non-traditional sport type such as ping pong, pool, or tabletop gaming. Our esports arena would be built for you. During the planning phase of this project, FAU had decided on a business plan for this esports arena that centered around 5 pillars. Pillar number 1 would be to build a space for gamers, and this would attract customers by having a space that caters to their needs. Number 2 would be to allow students to purchase time on the computers. This would allow us to have a steady source of revenue that would, 1, allow us to keep the lights on, obviously, and 2, eventually expand our catalog of offerings and services in the esports arena. The third pillar would be to host tournaments. By engaging with our community, we will be able to offer services and engagement with our patrons above and beyond the normal esports arena experience. This would also make the FAU Esports Arena the unofficial center for the gaming community on our campus. The fourth pillar would be to explore new revenue streams, such as merchandising, advertising, and sponsorships. By expanding our streams of revenue, again, we will be able to eventually expand and offer different kinds of services, such as gaming tournaments in here, in the auditorium, or different kinds of tournaments that no one else is offering. And finally, we would facilitate community connections. By increasing our engagement with the gamers at FAU, we would make the FAU Gaming Center the place to be for anything esports. Our gaming community would bring in their friends, whether that is to play games with their friends, hang out with their downtime, or to host their own mini events, such as tournaments, clashes, or training sessions. Now, despite this being a massive financial investment on FAU's part, it was us, the student management team, that was trusted to complete this project using our own skills and our own effort. We were given a solid foundation in the form of the space that we would be operating in, the equipment that had already been brought, and then we were given free rein to bring this esports arena to life. This was a massive responsibility that we took that would come to define the gaming community on campus for years to come. But really, we saw this as an amazing opportunity to really apply ourselves and to see where the limits of our abilities could take us. It was us, the student management team, that made the meaningful and impactful decisions about how the esports arena was going to be run, ranging from the hours of operation to the days that it would be open, what kind of services we would provide, and our student staff team. We wrote the official documents that are needed to run a business here at FAU, and we also created a student staff position and hired a team for it. Because of all of our efforts, we were ready to open for March of 2020. That didn't happen. We were hit with something that no one could predict. One of the best experiences that we had during this planning phase was creating a new student staff position from scratch. If you didn't know already, in the student union, the building that you're sitting in right now, 90% of all daily operational activities are performed by our amazing and talented student staff. So the student management team got the chance to get a behind-the-scenes look at the entire process of creating a new student staff position, from the planning phase of this position right all the way to interviewing candidates and hiring for it. We were given the opportunity to interview the candidates ourselves, and we got to choose the team that would work alongside us in the student union and in the esports arena. This was the best way of us to be able to give back to our community and perhaps give another student the same opportunity that we had to rise to the occasion. Having completed everything by the deadlines that we set for ourselves, the esports arena was ready to open in March of 2020. That didn't happen. Unfortunately, we were hit with something that no one could predicted in the form of the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic forced us to go back to the drawing board and rethink every single aspect of our business in order to make it as COVID-19 safe as possible. We went back, we did the work, and eventually, on October 5th of 2020, we were ready and able to open the esports arena officially. So now that I've gone over a bit of where the esports arena came to be, I'd like to talk a bit about what the esports arena is doing now. So this is my first performance evaluation. Let's go. When comparing our numbers to last semester's numbers, our performance metrics have risen by a ton. We've seen a 335% increase in our foot traffic, and this is more due to the presence of more students attending classes in person, as well as more students now living in the dorms. We also seen an $11,000 increase in our revenue, and this is mostly due to the fact that we're now hosting events in the semester, which we couldn't do in fall of 2020. These increases are a significant accomplishment for any business operating during COVID, and we're extremely proud of ourselves, of our student staff team, and our esports arena because of that. But even with this increase in our performance metrics, we're very serious about keeping all of our patrons safe. Our patrons trust in us that when they go into the esports arena, that they don't have to be worried about being exposed to COVID, because we are doing everything in our power to keep them safe. And that doesn't just go for the people inside the esports arena, that goes for our event attendees as well. This slide contains just a few of the little things that we're doing to keep people safe from a massive 90-page document that took 5 days to write. So in the esports arena, we're laser focused on being able to provide something for everyone and every type of gamer on our campus. We're passionate about being able to serve our diverse community of gamers at FAU. If you're a PC player, we have 40 gaming consoles preloaded with over 50 different esports and video game titles. If you don't like PC gaming, we also have 8 rentable consoles, ranging from an Xbox 360 to a PS3, a Nintendo Wii, and a couple of Nintendo Switches. If you don't like video games in general, that's fine. We have 15 different tabletop games available for you to play, And if you don't like tabletop games, we have 2 ping pong tables and 2 pool tables available with equipment available for free. Even our game library is as diverse as our community. If you're a multiplayer esports title fan, we have you covered in the form of League of Legends and Defense of the Ancients 2. If you don't like MOBAs, that's fine. We have first-person shooter games, such as Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Valorant. If you're a Battle Royale fan, we have games such as Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone. And if you're just a single-player experience kind of person, like I don't want to deal with more people in my game, I just want to hop in and do things, we have single-player experiences available, such as Grand Theft Auto 5, Terraria, and Minecraft. Our point is that we have something for every kind of gamer on campus. And our titles are always updated every week so that our patrons can come into the esports arena, hop onto one of our computers or consoles, and immediately start playing their games without having to wait for patches or updates. One thing that we're doing differently this semester compared to fall of 2020 is the addition of new events that are being hosted by the esports arena. For example, we had Welcome Week. Now, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, FAU was not able to host their traditional Weeks of Welcome event, so we decided to host our own internal event ourselves. Welcome Week was significant to us because it acted as our grand opening for the spring of 2021 semester. During Welcome Week, we hosted different kinds of tournaments that each targeted a different facet of the gaming community on campus. For example, on Tuesday, we had a pool tournament. On Wednesday, we had a ping pong tournament. On Thursday, we had a Super Smash Bros. Tournament with cash prizes. And on Saturday, we hosted an exhibition match between FAU's esports club and UNF's esports varsity team. Our students really liked Welcome Week, and because of that, we've seen an increased visitation compared to our numbers in fall. But Welcome Week wasn't our only successful event. We have now successfully run multiple COVID-19 friendly and safe events that all of our patrons enjoyed massively. One category of these events are free gaming workshops, where students are able to come into the esports arena and either learn and pick up a new esport or practice and refine their skills in an esport under the tutelage of professional players of that sport. We've hosted free gaming workshops for multiple games, and we have one upcoming, coming soon on the 23rd. That's like 3 days from now, 2 days from now? It's coming. We've also hosted tournaments here in the esports arena. We've seen the most engagement from these tournaments and competitions. We found that students love being able to come and meet like-minded people who share their hobbies and interests through their shared esport. They love being able to come and compete and learn from each other. But most of all, they love to come and create friendships. And then immediately strain those tenuous friendships through fierce competition for prizes and bragging rights. Some of these events that we've hosted include our Mario Kart tournaments. The first one we held in celebration of Mario Day, which was March 10th. Our recurring Super Smash Bros. Tournaments, the first of which we held for Welcome Week on Thursday, if you recall. And personally, my favorite event, our dual Valentine's Day campaign. In the morning, we hosted a doubles Super Smash Bros. Tournament where couples had to work together to climb the esports ladder. And then in the evening, we had an anti-Valentine's Day tournament where couples had to compete against each other. We made a mistake. We miscalculated and ended more relationships than we thought. We're sorry. Moving on. But we're not just doing our own events. We're also hosting events for our entities and our partners. For these events, we've taken the work of planning and accounting for COVID safety, most importantly, and we've also taken the work of executing them for our organizations. Because of this, we were able to give organizations the opportunity to host events and to engage with the community, things that were kind of impossible during COVID, but we made it possible. We received massive positive feedback from all of our partners and received requests for repeat events, all of which we're more than happy to oblige. Like our game lineup, our event lineup is as diverse as our community. For example, student government held an event called Girls Night Out, which was held in celebration of International Women's Day and Women's History Month. This event gave our female identifying students the chance to find their community within the gamers on campus, And for that event, we had free play on our computers and consoles, as well as serving a free game character-inspired mocktail outside. This event was so successful that student government decided to make it a recurring series, and so it was rebranded into Student Government's Thirsty Thursdays. The event was more of the same, free play on our computers, and a free game character-inspired mocktail outside. My favorite mocktail that we had was one that we themed after Microsoft's mascot for their critically acclaimed Halo series, Master Chief. This character is known for his iconic green armor, and because of that, we themed his mocktail after a lemonade lime mojito. It was very good. That was my favorite. For Welcome Week, we had the opportunity to host our first real esports type event in the form of the exhibition match between FAU and UNF. This was an amazing opportunity because it gave our students the chance to see what a real esports competition is like. For that event, I'm excited to announce that we beat UNF 3-0 in 3 different games. Not to brag, but we're excited to host more of these type of events in the future. Now, I'm just spitballing here off the top of my head, but perhaps FAU high faculty versus students. Just saying. You don't have to do it. I'm just putting it in your heads. But the esports arena would not be where it is today without our amazing partners. All of these partners have helped put the esports arena on the map in some way or another. For example, MSI was the vendor that provided all of the equipment in the esports arena, and GGLeap was our software management platform of choice to be able to manage our computers. Chartwells deserves special recognition because they provide all of our food when we have events with refreshments. Student Government's Girls Night Out and Thirsty Thursdays would not be possible without their support. And all of our amazing partners, such as FAU, Owls Care, Fraternity and Sorority Life, and Broward College have collaborated on us to bring amazing events to our students. And there's an extra special thank you to Student Government. Without their support during the planning phase of the esports arena, and without the multiple successful events like Girls Night Out, Thirsty Thursdays, and Stress Less Week, the esports arena would truly not be where it is today without them. And according to our patrons, we're doing everything right. We're meeting and exceeding expectations that we set for customer service, for the quantity of activities in the esports arena, and the quality of all of our events. For all of these things and more on multiple surveys, FAU students, faculty, and staff have given us a rating of 5 stars. Now, because of COVID, we've had to get creative in how we expand our reach towards the gaming community on campus. Part of that is that we're using new web technologies to create COVID-friendly connections online. Now, by show of hands, how many of you use Facebook Live? You guys are liars. Now, what if I told you that the gaming community had their own version of that? I'd like to introduce to you Twitch, a broadcasting, live streaming application that serves exclusively gaming content. You can think of it like the cable television of esports, complete with annoying ads. As of this semester, we started hosting our own streams on Twitch. We've started streaming our tournaments to Twitch. This gives our players a chance to create a fan base and a following online, and extends the ability for more people to be able to spectate and to watch and participate in these events. The live chatting feature also provides a place for our community to congregate, to talk to one another, and to socialize, as well as discuss who's going to beat who. Our online streams are entirely run by students. Our student live production staff can learn and practice online streaming and live production skills, and our volunteer student commentators can practice online personality, public speaking, and commentation skills. Now, I'd like to show you just a small video of why Twitch is so important to the esports world.
The creation of Twitch, for which Amazon paid almost $1 billion in 2014, helped turn it into a spectator sport.
Twitch is a game changer, not only because of what it represents, in that it represents basically like the first global cable channel for esports.
As much as I might like Stephen Curry, I probably can never see the guy anywhere. He probably will never respond to a tweet of mine. It's very different in esports, and that all is happening on Twitch, where my favorite League of Legends player realistically might respond to my question. I mean, I might even get to play a game with this guy.
Now, by show of hands, how many of you use messaging apps like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger? Okay, that's more than I thought. So the gaming community also has their own version of this app. It's called WhatsApp. It's called Discord. I'm sorry. Discord is the chatting application of choice for the gaming community. You can think of it as the WhatsApp for gaming. There are over 300 million gamers all over the world already on this app. Through Discord, we're able to give our community a place for our community to socialize and to connect with each other, to have discussions and to socialize. But Discord also connects our gamers with us. We can use Discord to advertise new events to our community, and our gamers are given the opportunity to tell us what we're doing in the esports arena, to give us community feedback, and to how we can improve our service. Together, Twitch and Discord allow us to connect with our people online and to engage with our community in ways that are just not possible during the COVID-19 pandemic. So thank you for listening about the esports arena, and now I'd like to introduce my coworker, Marshall Ryan, who will discuss the future of esports at FAU.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Now that we've discussed what is esports and what the esports arena has done so far and accomplished, I'd like to talk to you about the future of esports and the future of esports at FAU. Today I'll be covering what opportunities there are in the esports field as a whole, how does FAU plan to join the world of college esports, and what are the future goals of esports at FAU. Now, by a show of hands, who can tell me if they at least recognize the two competitors on the left side of the screen? You've seen them before, you've seen them compete maybe. Now, by a show of hands, who recognizes the two competitors on the right? If I were to ask that same exact question to an audience of your students, I guarantee that the hand raises that we just saw would be quite different. The gentleman on the top right of the screen goes by Michael Shroud-Griesiak. He made a name for himself as a professional Counter-Strike global offensive player where he played on the team Cloud9 and was known for his quick reflex and ability to aim. He is now worth over $16 million and has an average of 30,000 viewers on Twitch every time he streams. Right below him is Felix Legnion, and his gamer tag is XQC. He made a name for himself as a tank player in the Overwatch League, which is Activision Blizzard's active league. You can think of it as the NFL or the NBA of Overwatch, where he played on the team Dallas Fuel. He is now estimated to be worth upward of $5 million and has an average viewership on Twitch of 25,000 viewers. He's also the third fastest growing Twitch streamer right now. As you can see, the invention of things such as Twitch and YouTube have given these esports competitors a new audience and a new way to interact with people trying to watch esports. They're growing and they're becoming more popular than the mainline celebrities that you see on the courts. Esports is not just local, though, to the professional level. It's slowly trickling down to the collegiate one, too. As you can see, these are 3 universities, the State University of New York at Canton, University of California, Irvine, and Lebanon Valley College that have an esports organization and an esports arena of their own. I would like to point out, though, that none of those universities are in Florida. As my colleague said earlier, we are currently the only university in Florida to offer an esports arena of our own, and we are quickly adopting esports teams as well. Esports is not just local, though, to the United States of America. It's growing across the world. This picture depicts Maryville University as they're about to face GMA University. Maryville University is a scientific geared college located in St. Louis, while GMA University, I wouldn't fault you if you haven't heard of them. They're located in China. These two teams are about to face off in the 2019 College Cup located in Hong Kong. We here at FAU seek to give our students the same opportunities to be able to travel the world and compete in the games that they've grown up loving. What opportunities, though, do students get from competing in esports, though? One of the main ones is scholarships. The first esports-related scholarship was given in 2014 by Robert Morris University, which is a small school in Chicago, Illinois. They gave upward of $19,000 in scholarship to multiple students that year in order to grow their own esports program. Since then, it's now on average universities that offer scholarships of their own to range from $500 to $8,000. And there's currently over 100 universities across the United States of America that offer such scholarships. These scholarships are growing, though. In 2016, Harrisburg University of Pennsylvania offered 16 students full tuition scholarships to their university based on playing video games. That number has only grown to 22 now. As you can see, more and more colleges are adopting esports teams of their own and able to provide opportunities to students that may have not had it before through scholarships such as these ones. And we too, here at FAU, intend to develop our own teams. In the fall semester of 2021, we'll be launching 3 esports teams. These are for the titles Overwatch, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Rocket League. We chose these games because they have a lot of community support at the collegiate level and also a lot of community support at FAU. I'd now like to tell you about each of these games individually. So Overwatch is a team-based first-person shooter where 2 teams of 6 try to either attack or defend a specified objective. Each member on these teams have a specific role to play, such as defending their teammates or providing support. As you can see, it's a very team-focused game where people have to learn to work together in order to succeed. It's primarily played on the PC at the esports level, and these players need to be experts in teamwork, communication, and strategic planning if they ever want to succeed. Next is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's Nintendo's premier platform fighting game, which takes 2 players as they compete against each other on a stage. The players try to knock their opponent off the stage and have individual lives called stocks, and when you're knocked off the stage, you lose a stock. Once you lose all your stocks, it's game over. A good way to think about this is the video game version of sumo wrestling, where there's a stage, and once you push them off the stage, you win. In order to perform well in this game, you need to be able to think on your feet, have the foresight into knowing what your opponent's about to do, and be able to strategically plan beforehand in order to get an edge on your opponent. Finally is Rocket League, a hybrid sports racing game which takes 2 teams of 3 and they play soccer, but with a bit of a twist. They're driving these rocket-powered cars in order to knock an oversized soccer ball into the opponent's goal. Now this game is what's known as cross-platform, in that you can play it on pretty much any platform, such as the PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, or a PC. And each of these players can play against each other no matter what platform they're on. So, no matter where you are in the world and what you play, you can find someone to face off against. In order to succeed in this game, you need to be able to communicate effectively with your team, adapt on the fly, and have quick thinking skills. Now, these are just opportunities for the players, though. But being an esports competitor isn't the only opportunity in esports. There's plenty more. One such opportunity would be coaching. Now, much like the NBA or the NFL, players need coaches to help them get to greater heights. These players need these coaches to help develop their skills, and the coaches act as the brains of the operation, coming up with new strategies. There's also managers. These management staff act as the business backbone for any esports organization. Much like any manager, they're involved with carrying out events, creating contracts, and working on sponsorships. There's also other opportunities, such as production team members. When you see an event on Twitch, it takes a village to make them run. They have the production quality of anything you see going on in the NFL or the NBA. So these production members need to be able to do sound and audio, know how to do camera work, and know how to run the Twitch stream effectively. There's also marketing opportunities. This picture here depicts a Papa John's ad where if you bought a pizza with the tag word GG, you get 50% off your pizza and some points. People will be able to take those points and buy esports-related merchandise and clothing. As you can see, many more corporations and products are teaming up with esports organizations and video games developers to reach new audiences. There's also opportunities for those with a little tact for the liberal arts. Commentators work on events in order to explain what's going on with the game so that anyone can watch it and make it an enjoyable experience. I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever listened to an NFL match or an NBA match and it has no one talking over it, it gets pretty awkward. There's also journalist opportunities. These players report on the latest going on in esports and gaming-related events. ESPN now has an entire page on their website dedicated to esports. There's even things you would never even think of, such as a travel agent and accountant. Someone needs to take care of the books, and someone needs to be there now that esports competitors are traveling across the world to make sure they have the proper paperwork and they're getting where they need to go. The reason I tell you all of these opportunities isn't to go through every single one. We could have a whole nother presentation just on all of these different opportunities. But it just demonstrates that esports is a growing field where people can take what they learn in school and university and apply that to hobbies they've had as kids growing up through the outlet of video games. No matter who you are or what you're doing, you can get involved in esports. We here at FAU take that to heart though. Right now, if you look behind you, we have a production team that helps run our Twitch streams that we see online, and me as a manager works to create events, and my fellow colleagues help manage the esports arena. We're currently learning skills that we'll be able to take into our future jobs. We also want to give these opportunities to other students not directly involved in the esports arena, and we do that through a few different ways. One way is through our volunteers. These volunteers work alongside us student staff in order to make our events go as well as they do every single time. They're given opportunities to help plan out the events and execute them alongside us. They're given opportunities to go on our Twitch streams and work on their public speaking skills and Twitch streaming skills and develop a personality of their own. And they've also even worked alongside our production staff to learn how to run a Twitch stream and learn how to run the cameras and microphones that we use to run our own streams. We couldn't make our events without these staff, these volunteer staff, and they help, and we want to give back to them. We don't want this to just act as a resume builder for them, but we also want to give them the real world experience that they need to do whatever they seek to do in the future. Another opportunity we're seeking on doing in the future is the creation of different summer camps that will be targeted towards students of middle school and high school age. We developed two different types of skills that we want to teach these students through our hard skills and our soft skills. Our hard skills include giving students the ability to utilize their own creativity to make Twitch streams and YouTube video content that they want to do in the future. We intend to do this by teaching them production skills such as how to even build a PC of their own, how to run a software such as OBS, which is commonly used to run a Twitch stream or record YouTube videos, and how to use the Adobe suite so they can edit and create their own content. Next, through the lens of gaming, we want to teach them soft skills such as teamwork, communication, and leadership so that they can take those same skills and apply it to the real world. Now, I don't know about you, but when I take a look at that picture, it looks mighty similar to where you're sitting right now today. It is our plan in the future to not only go out and join competitive leagues with our teams, but to hold our own competitive leagues right here inside the Student Union Auditorium. How cool would it be to have players up on this stage where I'm standing now compete against other universities, not only across Florida, not only across America, but across the world, where they have adoring fans cheer them on, much like you see in the stadiums. We know in the future we'll be able to do it, and we're steadily working towards it. Now that I've gone over with you what the future of esports at FAU is like, I'd also like to tell you how this opportunity has helped me and my colleagues succeed in our future. First off, we've had some valuable leadership takeaways that we'll be able to carry through the rest of our life. It taught us what it means to have a vision and to take that vision and make it a reality. It taught us the importance of teamwork with not only within our own staff, but to reach out to outside sources and collaborate with other partners so that our organization can succeed. It taught us what it actually means to take initiative on the project and get down and dirty in order to create what we want to see and make it successful. And finally, it taught us the importance of adaptability. We know that not everything's going to go right, but due to what we do here in the esports arena, we're always ready to take any challenge and prepare for anything that may go wrong. There's also a few accomplishments that we're going to be able to hold our heads high knowing that we were able to successfully pull out. One of them is the successfully opening a business during COVID-19 while everyone else was still closed. We demonstrated the tenacity needed to safely run our department in the middle of this pandemic and make it successful. We also enabled the gamer community at the FAU campus to be able to have a space of their own and go there in order to develop communities and friendships of their own. Through this opportunity, we're still seeing more and more students come to the esports arena, making friends, and developing our own little community. This has allowed us to leave a legacy for FAU that we know is going to last long after we're gone. Finally, to summarize what we've talked about today, we saw the need for a space for gamers built by gamers. So me and my fellow staff took the opportunity to create the esports arena. We combined our gaming knowledge with what we learned as becoming businessmen and of ourselves and made what we saw a reality. Through this, we were able to build our own game community here in FAU for the FAU gamers to successfully go in and make their own communities and friendships. We're still creating new communities and creating new bonds and partnerships through different events, such as this one you're here today with. What now, though? We know that esports at FAU is still growing, and this is only the beginning. But we need your guys' help to reach the future generation and let them know what you learned here today. We want to see middle school, high school students work alongside our university students in order to teach them skills such as leadership and event planning so they can take it through them with the rest of their life and succeed in what they want to do in the future. This may be lofty, but we know it can be done with your help. Now that said, who's ready to get down and play a game? Ooh. So I'd like to invite my colleagues back to the stage where we're going to open the floor for questions.
All right then. Does anyone have any questions?
Question in the back? So we can certainly talk about those kind of opportunities in the future, but right now, like with our volunteer opportunities, those are open to high school students. For example, we've actually had some FAU high school students come in and volunteer with us already. Sounds like a plan. Of course, we'll gladly look into that opportunity. We want to get the high school students, we know they can use the space just as much as our university students are currently doing.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I can hear that?
Pricing model.
In the esports arena, the only things that we charge for are the rental of time on our computers and the rental of our Nintendo Switches. All the other consoles are free. We have a unified hour pricing model. It's $4 for 1 hour, $18 for 5 hours, and $35 for 10 hours. In the future, we'll be introducing subscription pricing as well. That will provide discounts in all those levels. Any more questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Ironically, we're opening next week our arcade expansion of the esports arena where we have those games available for people to play. We are interested in bringing all sorts of different kinds of events to the esports arena as well as the student union. So having an event like a throwback was definitely something that we want to do.
I saw a question over here.
So that's something we're looking towards in the future, especially hopefully once COVID ends. Something we've talked about is even like private party events, different kind of opportunities. We're certainly open to the idea of holding private events where we're closing the esports arena down to a certain group. And I know we've done something in the past before I came on board with the team where after they did like a workshop event, they came inside the esports arena to cool off after they did whatever they were learning about. So it's certainly something we'd look into the future, and we're open to those kind of opportunities if people are interested in it.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have like large projectors or oversized screens in the esports arena for people who watch the game that happen?
So we will take you guys on a tour into the esports arena, but what you'll see when we get in there is that we've had installed 75, around 5 or 7, I think it's 75-inch flat screens on the walls. They are connected to what we call our Crestron system, which also connects into our computers. At any point in the day, we're able to take what's being shown on any single computer in the esports arena and throw it to any of the monitors on the walls. So anyone can spectate for like their friends if they want to see what they're doing without having to crowd over their chair like barbarians, or set up spectator monitors for events when we have in the esports arena, competitions and such. So yes, there's the ability to do that.
Any other questions? All right, if there are no more questions, we'd like to invite Michael and Louisa back to the stage for some closing remarks as we get ready for our next activity.
Well, right? What do you think? Principal B's approached us for the graduation that's going to happen next month for FAU High, and I can completely understand why. Students, the talent that are in these folks go a long way. You provide the foundation for the future. These guys are the future. You guys have the next generation of the future. So take this to heart. You guys are more than welcome anytime. The arcade is definitely open, so I know that if you can't find the principal, she's going to be in there playing Miss Pac-Man. I can tell you right now. But from my heart to your guys, come see what it's all about. Talk to your students. Embrace this because it's going to be something for the future. But, I just told Louisa over there, these guys did practice run after practice run after practice run, and they performed like they're professionals. And that makes me feel good. Just like you guys all should feel good when they walk across the stage to get their diplomas in a month. So thank you for being here. Louisa's got some extra things that we're actually going to have you guys do. Definitely tour. So I'll let Louisa take you through that. But again, thank you for coming, and come back again soon.
I hope you all really enjoyed that presentation by our very talented staff. We're so proud of them. We are going to be going off into breakout sessions. So I'll have this group on the my left, so your right. I'll have you all leaving with Michael Mosquita. He's going to take you all on a tour of the esports arena. And then this group over here on my right, so your left, they'll be leaving with Marshall. He'll be taking you on a guided tour of what our tournaments normally look like in the main lobby of the Union. And then finally, this group here in the center, you all will stay seated. You all will be playing a Kahoot with Marlon. And then we'll transition every 20 minutes or so.
How you guys doing? Y'all remember this from high school, huh? Ooh. How the tables have turned. Yes, sir. It's about 12 of y'all. Oh, 13. Is that everyone? I think there's 13 now. Is that everyone? I think so, right? It's all good. All right. Let's get started. Yes, sir. So which of these platforms allow gamers to live stream? She. Yes, sir. Live stream, yeah. If only y'all recognize the logo. I try to give y'all a hint. Okay, one more person. It's Twitch. Yep. It's basically cable for gamers. True or false? PCs are cheap gaming engines. Yes, sir. PCs, personal computers. Remember classifications. Yeah. PCs, the cheapest PCs I've seen are like 1,000. Who's K-pop? Okay. Let's go. A game that uses a mission-based narrative and role-playing elements. Look at the name. Yes, sir. Yo. All I see is Wolf coming, creeping behind. The carry is the most impactful player on the team. I'm gonna just say, in order to be a carry, you have to spend hours on the game. Like, that's like your specialty. It's crazy. You can't have a normal job with being a carry. Like, whew. Do any of you guys play video games here? No. Warzone and Overwatch are an example of what type of game? Uh-oh. Hold on. FPS, first person shooter. Uh-oh, Wolf, what'd I say about Wolf? I said Wolf was coming behind her. Yes, sir. Define the term nerf. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a hint real quick. It's on the paper, right? Oh, wow. So what y'all need me for? Man. Oh, am I hearing we didn't go over this? Which of these job opportunities are in esports? Okay, Erica's in the lead. MOBA is an acronym for Multiplayer online battle arena. Erica's still in the lead. Who's Erica? Okay, hold on. There's something about that back row, huh? Super Smash Bros. Is a battle royale game, true or false? Super Smash Bros. Is a fighting game. Oh man. Battle Royale game is more like Fortnite. Fortnite, Warzone. Battle Royale is more open world. Fighting games are more in a concentrated area. Who watches esports? Perfect. Yes, sir. Hold on. Ooh, Friday. Okay. A messaging app for gamers. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, if we went back 5, 10 years ago, it would be Facebook. I'm not even. Discord. Okay. True or false? The Super Bowl has more viewers than esports. Hold on, K-pop moving in fast. Hold on. What is a noob? I think this is a pretty simple one. This one's good. Which of these disqualifies you from being a gamer? This looks like a pretty simple one. Yeah. Perfect. None of these. Yo, all I see is K-Dot coming in fast, bro. Like, what is a gamer tag or an alias? It could be catfish. K-pop, a lot. What I say, I called it. I called it. What does GG stand for? What happened? They were on the slides, yeah. You gotta read the presentation. What did the teacher say? Read the presentation. Don't only, like what you know what? I'll be like, I'm a pop quiz coming in. You feel me? Erica coming in fast. When an entity in a video game is overly strong. So this was in like an email sent out. It's probably in your papers. It won't be on Google, I promise you. $20 seconds left. Broken, yeah. K-Pot, hold on. Yo, Wolf and K-Pot really going head to head. Define the term AFK. Hint, PC gamers. That's all I gotta say. There we go, away from keyboard. All right. 2 more. Console gamers use keyboard and mouse. All right, last question. Last question. LeBron James is an example of All right, let's see who won. Whew, 17 out of 20. Erica. Oh, wait, no, that's 3. 18 out of 20. Adams. Who that? K-Pod, let's go. We got a prize for you guys. Top 3. First place? First place prize. All right, K-Pod. Yes, sir. Here's your prize. Here you go. Oof.
We're all done. This group is going to follow Michael out for the next tour, and then welcome to the next group.
All right. So, the gentleman in the back, Michael, you guys will be following him. And then this group outside, Marshall's group is gonna be coming in. Thank you. You almost got it too. Oh my God. Y'all good to come in. Middle will be preferred.